Alright friends, welcome back. This is episode number 65, and we are continuing our final rematch against the Elite Four. Here with our main team, of course. We are about to face the third Elite Four member, the Fire-type user Flint. And after a couple minutes of thinking, I think I'm going to actually lead with Infernape, with Win. Fight fire with fire, you might say. Part of me really wants to save them to face off Infernape versus Infernape. But the challenge there is that his has a focus sash. Unless we can break it, there's just like no way to win that matchup. You need more than one Pokemon in all likelihood. We could use our own Focus Sash, but I only have one, so I'd like to save that for our final battle. Although if I had realized it was only 15 battle points, I might have just done another round to get a few more. But anyway, we're here now. Thought about Billy, but Houndoom is just faster. And again, this is all assuming he's leading with Houndoom. So let's go with Win. Win is pretty fast, and we'll see how it goes. Yo, Sin! I've been boiling over waiting to see you again. Any battle with you is guaranteed to get heated. But right now, my soul is burning at 15 million degrees, hotter than the surface of the sun. Fun fact, the sun actually I think gets colder a little bit as you go further down, and then obviously when you get to the core of it, it gets hotter again. But don't know why, I didn't look into the science of it, but Ninetales. Oh, Sunny Day team, okay. Alright then, didn't think of that. In that case, maybe Electivire would have been a good bet, because I don't remember how fast Ninetales is. Well, on the bright side, Leafeon Ace can't get any status conditions, but I don't think that's our major concern here. So Ninetales is just a pure fire type, which means Stone Edge would do the most damage. However, close combat will do almost as much as Stone Edge, and it doesn't miss as much, so I'm so tempted. Because Ninetales could use like Dig. I mean, it could. There's all kinds of stuff that could happen here. Do it the Life Orb. I'm gonna go with Stone Edge. 4 out of 5 chance. Come on, Win. No! Ah, that 20% chance. And Solar Beam. Okay, it's not very effective. The one bright side here is that even though we missed, we at least used up one turn of what I assume are going to be 8 turns of Sunny Day. And, okay, it didn't do too much. So, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? And it's a hit. Okay, good. Yes, I assume that would be a knockout. For all I know, close combat would have been a knockout as well. But, then it would have lower defenses, which, in all honesty, probably doesn't matter. I probably can't take another hit anyway, so I just didn't want to use close combat and have it hold on with like 2 HP and then retaliate and then have lower defenses. Alright, Infernape versus Infernape. His, I think, unfortunately has a plus speed nature, which makes this really hard. Now, do I stay in and go for it anyway, try to break that Focus Sash? I could switch into Anna for the Intimidate, but honestly, if my Win isn't faster, then I don't think anything's faster. His Infernape might not be his highest level Pokemon, but it is, in my opinion, his best, yeah. Alright, let's go for it, see what happens. Come on, Win. There's also the chance of the Affection Mechanic coming in handy. Nope, not quite. Alright, so this is going to be tough, because it has lower defenses, but it doesn't really matter when you're holding a Focus Sash. I gave Win a Focus Sash for a lot of the Bell Tower, and I can tell how powerful it is, especially in a sunny day as well. I think Tom might be our best bet. Could bring in Anna, but the problem is, like, I mean, a Fire Punch would still do a ton of damage, a Close Combat would do a ton of damage. And if Win's not faster, then Tori's not faster either. And Tori would also be knocked out by a single Close Combat, and we'd be nowhere closer at all. So I think our best chance, honestly, is that hopefully Flynn is kind of dumb and uses a full restore. So we'll see if he does that or not. But okay, there's close combat, and we avoided it. Okay, that's a chance too. Didn't account for that, but there's always the dodge chance. So that changes things because we could not take 2 close combats, I'm pretty sure. But we can take 1. And there's the Focus Sash, and if he uses the full restore, we don't take any damage at all. Also, this is one of those scenarios where Rough Skin would have been a lot better as a held item because it would have damaged Infernape and would have broken the Focus Sash. Or avoided the Focus Sash, I should say. Because it only works when you're attacking full HP. That's one reason that Cynthia's Garchomp is so dangerous, that Rough Skin makes it hard to use a Focus Sash Pokemon against. But alright, that dodge and the full restore together means that we have now defeated Infernape and took no damage on arguably our best Pokemon, Arcanine. I was guessing Charizard actually, but Arcanine is another good bet. So it doesn't have Ice Fang, it might have like a Dragon Pulse though. I don't like teaching my Arcanine Dragon Pulse because really Dragon is not that great of a coverage move, but I think because it learns it by like level up maybe. Could be wrong about that. Some people do, a lot of times trainers in the game do. So if he doesn't have Charizard, I could go ahead and bring in Billy. I could also bring in Anna for the Intimidate. Let's go ahead and bring in Anna because, one, that'll reset Tom's attack stat. And Arcanine is actually a pretty decently bulky Pokemon. So it might survive an Earthquake after a Intimidate. It'd be close. Play Rough. Okay, a Fairy-type move. That's actually a much better coverage move, so glad I switched. Alright, all of our moves are evenly effective. We could U-turn out again, but let's stay in and use Brave Bird. And oh, it is faster. Arcanine is also one of my favorites, definitely top 10, because it's very fast, it's very powerful, and it actually has like amazing stats. Besides legendaries, well, yeah, excluding legendaries and excluding pseudo-legendaries like Dragonite and Garchomp, it might even have the highest base stats in the game, or if not, it's pretty close to it. Alright, so we know it's fast, and we know it can do a lot of damage with Flare Blitz. And we know it also has Play Rough. The question is it faster than Tom? And I'd love to bring in Tori, but I just can't bring in Tori until that Sunny Day goes away, and we still have a few turns left. Now the good news is it is intimidated, so could Billy survive a Flare Blitz in the Sun after Intimidate? Basically the Sun and the Intimidate kind of cancel each other out. We can retaliate with Earthquake. I just don't want to take the chance that Tom is slower. Because I think Tom could probably wipe out, if he has, I don't know if he has Flareon still, he might have a Charizard as well. In which case I would have Stone Edge. And also Tori. Alright, let's bring in... I could also bring in Ace just to, like, waste a turn, sort of. Who's faster, Ace or Billy? 223, 243. And Anna was like 225, so... Let's bring in Ace, actually. And the reason I'm doing this is not because I'm mean and want Ace to faint, but because if we're faster, we have Dig, which, one, is super effective, and two, it uses 2 turns and not just one. So this could be the perfect time to use Dig. If we were faster, but we're not. Can we survive with like some affection maybe? No, okay. So that is very impressive to knock out Ace after the Intimidate. Obviously the Sun, I think, made the difference there. But, alright, Sunlight Faded. That's what I was looking for. But Ace actually has a very high defense stat, so that is pretty impressive. But that's why I love Arcanine. Alright, so let's see. 243, 252. So the thing is, Arcanine might still be faster than even Tori, but if it is... I know he has Magmortar. He might have Flareon. So the thing is, like, these two would be really good against them. Let's bring in Billy. Because I think after the Intimidate, Billy can probably survive a Flare Blitz when we're not in the Sun. And then retaliate with Earthquake. Alright, Billy, I believe in you. So we are definitely down on the count here, but can we survive? Yes, okay. I was worried because that's still a lot of damage. Arcanine, like I said, is very powerful. Flare Blitz is a 120 base power move. Oh, and he has a Shuka Berry, I think it's called. But because of all that recoil damage and the super effective and the Expert Belt, yeah, not a problem. That probably actually did a lot more damage than it needed to. Good job, Billy. Level 85 for Tom. Very nice. Alright, Rapidash. I forgot about Rapidash, which is actually not great because Rapidash is also very fast. Yeah, I don't know if it has any moves that would be good against Garchomp. We'll probably find out, but I don't want to do a switch. Because I don't know if there's really a lot of reason to save Billy. I guess it could be good against Flareon, but so would the other two, so... Yeah, we'll go for Earthquake. And Flare Blitz, on the bright side, at least it did some recoil damage, and we might survive with the affection thing. Yes! Good job, Billy! Okay, very nice. Always that chance. And while I still wish it didn't exist, I will say it's kind of growing me a little bit with the affection mechanic, because the luck makes things a little bit tense even when you think you know what's going to happen. But in general, I still don't like luck. I'd rather have it be more skill-based. And Houndoom, okay, so he does still have Houndoom, does not have Flareon, which makes sense, because Flareon's pretty slow. And the reason Flint is, in my opinion, one of the better Elite Four members, probably the best, is because he has so many fast Pokemon. Weakness-wise, I mean, if I had like one level 100, Gyarados or something, which I do actually, it wouldn't be that bad. Alright, so can't think of any reason to switch. Let's go for an Earthquake. He might do something silly like Nasty Plot. We might survive with the affection thing again. No. I do think you should only be able to survive like once per match though. Like when they have 1 HP and they survive, that's always a little bit silly. Alright, I don't know who's faster. I don't know if he has like Thunder Fang or anything. Magmortar's got to be his last one. I mean, he can't learn any Ice type attacks, he can't learn any Dragon attacks. I don't know if he can learn, like, Play Rough. But even so, I think Tom could survive one and be faster. So let's try to get some XP for both of us here. And we'll bring out Tom. Okay, we'll use Earthquake, no reason not to. There we go. And we're actually faster too, so... Definitely overthought that one a little bit, although... Better to overthink things than to underthink things. Hey, I'm about to go full throttle. Alright, bring it on. Yeah, ironically, Magmortar, while it has very good stats and a good move pool, and decent speed, I actually really enjoyed training one in my Heart Gold playthrough. Definitely a lot of fun. Because its speed isn't like super high like some of his others, it's just not the biggest threat. And because it doesn't have Focus Sash, so... the reason Infernape is such a threat is because it has Focus Sash and a lot of speed, and very high base power attacks. And 2 stab moves, so it's a good Pokemon. Unbelievable! What burning passion! You're like the sun to your own solar system, Sin. I always said the world revolved around me, right? Whew, burnt right down to cinders. Same thing he always says there. Alright, definitely need a lot of healing here. I would love to get everyone to at least like 85 by the time we face Cynthia. Because I think if the pattern holds, only her Garchomp will be higher than 85. But we'll see how it goes. So far it looks like Ace and Tom are there, and the others are probably pretty close. I don't think we really need any Lepa Berries, but out of an abundance of caution here, I guess I'll use Stone Edge. I just don't know what they have, so... Psychic types, what did I guess for Lucian there? So no Charizard, I'm totally wrong. I want to say Metagross, I'm a little bit more confident about that one, because Metagross is just a good Pokemon. It is kind of slow though, so you never know. Alright, we have 30 Lepa Berries, I spent this time growing them. I mean, this is it, so might as well use them, even though the chances of it mattering is very, very small. Alright, now we do want to take out Mr. Mime right away. The only thing is Mr. Mime is only weak to Ghost, Steel, and Poison. We do have Ace with 1 Iron Tail, but I don't think it's going to be enough to knock out Mr. Mime, so let's see who would do the most damage in general. So we have 267 attack, 273, 335. It might be Garchomp. I'm going to get my calculator out here, because like I said, I mean, this could be the difference between winning and losing. So let's see, 335 times a 100 base power move times 1.2 with Soft Sand. I could give him Life Orb too if it made a difference. Is 40,200. They both have stabs, that cancels out. Win with 267 attack. That's such a lower attack stab. I'm really surprised by that actually. Times the 120 base power move times 1.3 is actually a little bit more. But if I do the Earthquake with Life Orb, that's my best bet. Win is faster, but I don't think Mr. Mime is that fast in general, so let's do this. Let's actually switch the held items. Give Tom the life orb for a change. And since Win can't really use the soft sand at all, having no ground type attacks, since we have enough earthquakes on the team, I'm going to give him. Do we have a charcoal? Yes, we do. Good. Because I probably won't use close combat if he has a psychic type team. Maybe against Bronzong I would use Flare Blitz. So, all right, let's do that, and we're going to move Tom to the front of the pack here, and I'm going to really hope that an Earthquake with Life Orb will be enough to knock out Mr. Mime. If it's not, nothing would be. It's funny because like Flare Blitz feels so much more powerful, but it's just because it's a higher base power move with Tom having a better attack stat. It's the way to go. There's also the chance that we might kind of lull Mr. Mime into using like Play Rough or something, or whatever its fairy attack is. Dazzling Gleam maybe. Just checking our, okay, we have this. Yep, seems pretty good. Alright, here we go. We might lull him into using Dazzling Gleam instead of Reflect, so we'll see how it goes. Ah, you've timed your arrival perfectly. I'm still quite worked up from the book I just finished. Also, I kept fast forwarding through it, but I wanted to see if it was maybe Harry Potter with the sword near the end. It would make sense if it was. After seeing all you've accomplished thus far, Sin, I can certainly tell you this. You are the protagonist of your own story, and perhaps that just makes me an obstacle standing in the way of your heroic journey. Then again, maybe in this retelling, I'll finally trip you up. Wouldn't that be an intriguing plot twist? It's always kind of cool when the bad guys win. Makes things a little bit more real, more interesting. And then it makes when you do actually defeat them that much more rewarding. But, that being said, I would still very much like to defeat Lucian on the first try. See, so far we've had like the exact kind of battles I love to have, where it's really up in the air, where we win, but we definitely lost a few Pokemon. It wasn't a given by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, let's see how much this Earthquake can do. I'm a little bit leery here, but we're going to give it our best shot, and yes! Good job, Garchomp. I don't know if that was a crit, but it wasn't a crit. Okay, so that Life Orb probably made the difference there, which is great, because now we're 6v1, and he has no Reflect or Light Screen. Alright, so I'm assuming Espeon has been brought in order to do a Dazzling Gleam. We don't have any Steel or Poison types, though. Or we do have a Fire type, but it's also a Fighting type, so it takes neutral damage from Dazzling Gleam. So I think the best thing to do is probably just stay in and take the damage. Okay, so Earthquake here is 100, plus Stab is 150. All our moves get life. So Crunch will actually do more damage now. Let's use Crunch. Okay, it's Dazzling Gleam and not Moonbeam, so we might have a chance. Yes, good job, Tom. I figured Garchomp having such high stats overall, being pretty bulky. Yes, there we go. Okay, this is great. So, it's still anybody's game, because Garchomp is now very low in health and arguably our strongest Pokemon. There we go. Win is level 85. I appreciate that. Alakazam. Okay. Now, Alakazam is going to be faster than Garchomp and faster probably than our entire team. I'm really surprised I didn't give Alakazam a Focus Sash. That would probably make Lucian about as tough, maybe even tougher than Flint was. But yeah, not much I can really do here, I don't think. Again, nothing really wants to switch into a Dazzling Gleam, so we're going to stay and go for another Crunch in case we survive or it misses or something. Up, there we go. And that was actually really lucky, because Alakazam is probably his biggest threat. And it does not have a Focus Sash, so kind of surprised I didn't give Cynthia's Garchomp a Focus Sash either. Like, Yache Berry, like, I get it, everybody tries to use Ice moves against her, but a Focus Sash would still hold on against an Ice move. Except, like, Icicle Spear, but yeah, I think if I was designing the game, I would have given her Garchomp a Focus Sash just to make it even more difficult. Alright, so this is pretty good, because, well, it says Earthquake is super effective, but don't be misled. This Bronzong has Levitate, so it would do no damage. But Crunch is super effective, so we've actually had a pretty good run with Crunch here, which is funny, because Crunch is the one move that, like, I usually don't teach my Garchomp, because usually our stab moves are almost as good. Alright, and Payback will finally take out Tom, but he put in a lot of work there. I'm very proud of him. Definitely deserves a good rest. Alright, who to bring in now? I think there's no reason not to bring in Win. Win is weak to most of his team, being a fighting type, but not against Bronzong, because Steel is weak to fire, and we are fast. So Flare Blitz it is, and that Charcoal should help us out here. Probably didn't need it. Bronzong is pretty defensive, but still a Flare Blitz off of Infernape. It's a lot of damage. Yeah. And definitely with the Charcoal, I don't think that Bronzong stood a chance, so far at least, Lucian is proving my theory that Flint is actually the strongest of the Sinnoh Elite Four. Alright, more levels. Hey, I will definitely take it. Slowbro, okay. Not, well, I was going to say not Metagross, but who else? He only has 2 left, so no Metagross. I guess because they figure with Bronzong he already has a Steel and Psychic type, but I mean, I can respect Slowbro as a choice. It's a type he doesn't have already, it's very bulky, doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, and ironically, it resists both of my attacking, or my stab attack moves here. I don't know how heavy it is, but Grass Knot is at least super effective, so let's go for it. Okay, actually, a pretty decent amount of damage there. Oh, a crit, that's why. And Psychic, that will probably be the end of Win. Yep, but that's okay. Win did his job taking out Bronzong. And we'll leave it to the rest of the team to finish off Slowbro and Gallade. Thankfully, Gallade is also not that fast. Alright, let's bring in... do Ace or Billy. I'm not sure there's a reason to do one or the other. They can probably both take out his last 2, I would think. Maybe. Are either of them closer to leveling up than the other? How do I tell? There we go. Not really, and not at all. Alright, well, let's bring in Ace, because I feel like Ace probably has a better chance of beating Gallade. Although Gallade could have X-Scissor, I think, but we'll see. And with the Miracle Seed, even with its high defenses, Slowbro should fall to this Leaf Blade. Yes, good job, Ace. Yeah, I feel like our team has really come together, and I'm really proud of this team and really happy with the way they turned out. How might I turn the situation to my advantage? Now maybe Gallade has the Focus Sash, but not counting on it. Alright, everything is evenly effective, so Leaf Blade it is. We are faster, that's always nice. Not quite a knockout, Gallade actually has decent defenses, and it looks like he still has the Citrus Berry, which is just not the best hell item for a Gallade. Or you could have given him like a, whatever that berry is, the Salic Berry I think, that makes you go faster when your HP is low. That would have made Gallade potentially really tough, but yeah. Here comes my Master Stroke. This is the moment the tables turn. I doubt it, because he might even use a full restore, which would be really, really unsmart. No, he didn't. Because after the defense drop, Leaf Blade would then be a one-shot, so... Alright, good job, Ace. And I guess the other reason not to have Billy faint, or any of my Pokemon faint any more than they have to, is because it decreases the odds of their affection mechanic working. So it goes. You held the whole course of the battle in the palm of your hand. Alright, well, you know what's next. I concede defeat. I used every stratagem at my command, but you persevered through them all. Now all that remains is for you to write your own epilogue. Alright, I don't know about epilogue. I think we're still kind of in the, I guess it is, this whole thing is kind of the epilogue in a sense, but I feel like the epilogue is kind of like, you know, the credits when they roll, and I kind of do my little, oh, I had a fun time playing the game, which hopefully will be this episode. But we'll see. Alright, so we will use some more medicine real quick. And I'm also going to switch out some held items. And then it will be time to face Cynthia. And debating whether or not I should save now. I don't think I'm going to. Because I think if I can't defeat her, I'm debating. Maybe I should save. Because do I come back with more levels then? Or is it, you know, do I just... I think I'm going to go ahead and save. Let me get their PowerPoint seal up first. But, and really hope the recording doesn't crash. But so far, I haven't had any sudden power outages or anything, so here's hoping. I mean, I could always redo it again if I had to. I'd be higher levels, so the battles might not be quite as good. And I'm going to just get everything leveled up. I don't see any situation unless we get like in a recover war against Melodic or something, but I mean, you never know. And there's no reason not to. Alright, our team is fully healed. I do want to change a few items. So, and I might regret this, but I kind of have a plan here that if she has the same team, which is a huge if, but she might, 'cause I really don't know what they would switch out. She has Glaceon in a few of the other games, but like Glaceon's not that good. Like I expect her to keep Togekiss. If anything, she might switch out Roserade, but Roserade's a really good, strong, fast grass type, so I don't see why she would. I think her team, as it was last round, is really, I mean, pretty much as good as it gets. It's a great team. One I would definitely enjoy training, and in fact, I think besides Spiritomb, I think I've trained her entire team in some of my Let's Plays. Yeah, I have. Wait, Togekiss. Yeah, I have, which is pretty cool. Honestly, if anything switches, it might be Spiritomb, but I feel like Spiritomb is such kind of an iconic Pokemon for her. I just don't see that happening. Alright, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this with Win, give him back the Life Orb here. And I'm going to give Anna the Focus Sash, just because without it, I really don't think she's going to survive many attacks, and she's actually not that fast, so... Okay, where are we? Oh, wrong pocket. And it might seem weird to have a Focus Sash on a Pokemon that has like a recoil move, and it is. It's very, very weird. But most of my Pokemon actually have recoil moves. And the ones that don't, like Ace and Tom, are the bulkier ones who probably don't need it anyway. Honestly, Floatzel might be the one that could use it the best, but I'm going to actually lead with Floatzel, and I don't think Spiritomb can one-shot Tori, so it wouldn't really do any use there. So we're going to do that. Another reason to save, because I only have one Focus Sash, so that makes sense. Alright, I'm going to keep the Expert Belt for Billy, and what I'm actually going to do for Tom, obviously not give him a Charcoal, I'm going to give him an Haban Berry, which I used to some success against Palmer's Dragonite, not Nanab. Haban, wherever it is, there it is. A very rare berry. You wouldn't normally like ever use this, but we grew all these berries, we collected them. Might be pretty cool if this comes down to why we win. Just because I think her Garchomp, even though it just says Dragon Claw, being a higher level, it might, and I'm pretty sure it's Jolly too, whereas ours is Adamant. But it also has perfect IVs, whereas we do not. So I could definitely see a scenario where it could knock us out with one Dragon Claw, especially with a crit. So yeah, let's switch out to Tori here. And let me just go through my little list here, make sure everything is good to go. We have Tori with the Mystic Water, Ace with the Miracle Seed, Win with the Life Orb, Anna with the Focus Sash, Billy with the Expert Belt, and Tom with the Haban Berry. I actually got a Dragon Fang as well, just in case, but then I was thinking, I'm more worried about surviving her Garchomp's attacks, because her Garchomp is going to be faster for sure, having perfect IVs and a Jolly Nature and a higher level. So there's nothing I can do about that, but if we can survive one hit, we are Adamant, so I think retaliating with Dragon Rush will be a knockout regardless of the Dragon Fang or not. But, alright, let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save, like I said, and I'm going to go ahead and use just one Rare Candy, just because I think it'd be kind of cool to go into the battle with everybody at level 85. So, Rare Candies are... They have like this miscellaneous other items pocket, but it's got so many items that they really should break it down somehow, like a power-up item or something. And we do have 10 of these, so if I have to go back to this save point and level them up this way, I can get them all to level 86 or even higher. Alright, but all level 85. That should be pretty good, and just let me double check here that we have Tori in the lead. Alright, here we go. So I have a plan, but Pokemon battles never quite go as you plan, so we'll do our best, play it by ear, and see how our final battle goes.